And catch all the news you can use in this 7 p.m. Hey guys, it's Robin here. This is my alkaline vegan journey. I want to play you all a clip, but I'm on briefly to let you all know about something that we're about to launch on May 12th, actually May 13th. May 12th is the waxing of a new moon. And I'm still learning the whole lunar cycle and how it works and what it means. But I know I'm here in St. Lucia, and a lot of people here who do any kind of agriculture or fishing follow the lunar cycle with harvesting, with processing. I'm going to be bringing to you our version of truly Sacred Lunar Apothecary, and it's with castor. We have harvested the castor beans. I think that was around the full moon. I have to look at the date again, but they were plentiful. We also have been roasting them. Now, in the tag that you'll see on my website, you'll see that we roast them for about 20 plus days. Actually, it's been longer than that. It's more closer to a month. When we can catch the sun, it's been raining off and on, so we got to put them out again today. But we're making this castor oil, not only for the pure castor oil, and you know the many benefits of castor oil. If you don't, I'll give them to you in a minute. But we're infusing them with so many ingredients that are so, medicinally exponential when it comes to combining them with castor oil. So what I've done is we have a couple of pounds and a lot of pounds of castor beans that we are cultivating now, which means that it's a whole process. And I'll break it down for you through video, because right now all I'm doing is just capturing the moment to let you know that we will be selling this castor oil. And they're going to come in a unique savers type packaging. I can tell you this much: it's going to be based on a coconut. But I wanted to give you all heads up as far as the castor oil coming out and give you the opportunity to pre-order. And the feeling that I'm getting so far is that people aren't quite aware of the medical implications of castor oil, much less that of the castor oil that's infused with some of these specific herbs. But I do want to let you in on the pre-sale, because this stuff takes a long time to make, and as I've been saying, we are making it on the lunar cycle, so it's not made every day. We're not processing it like some of those big companies. This thing is sacred. It is connected to not only the lunar cycle, but to the earth and all of its implications. Our whole mantra is that you have to start at the beginning. And the beginning for us is fasting, purging your system. Now, I got sick after Easter one day. I don't know what that was, but I believe it was because of my handling of the castor beans. Castor has a compound in it called ricinoleic acid, which is poisonous. They used it to make ricin gas, and was used in one of the wars. I think it was used as tear gas in some kind of way, but highly toxic to humans. 1 to 2 milliliters of this ricin or ricinin can be fatal. So, and I never use gloves. I like to feel the seeds. I like to peel and do everything. There's a process that my friend Reggie just taught me about, how to release the seeds from the beans, and it takes hands. Now, I guess you could use gloves, but it's something about actually, well, we'll see. But anyhow, I was using my hands, and Sunday I had Easter dinner, and Sunday night I had planned on fasting anyhow, and it turned out that I wasn't getting around that one because I fasted Monday morning all day. I had a cup of tea that was unsweetened, closer to midnight, might have been after midnight, to break even a day fast. Because I had planned on fasting, then I was going to, slide back. But some said, nah, you're going to fast. And that's exactly what I did. But our practice is to start from the beginning, and the beginning is the purge. The purge is the fast. And the fast will start and reset functions in your body. Once you do the reset, you can go on to other things more effectively for management. And that's what our castor oil is going to do. Guys, this castor oil is really amazing. And I have to say that a lot of people are really used to Jamaican castor oil. But I've been doing research on this castor oil here in St. Lucia. Yeah, this earth is volcanic. There are implications to that. And it rings loud to me that it's exponentially more dense in nutrients because of that active soil. We have an active volcano, one of the only ones, no, the only one in the world that's active that you can drive through here in St. Lucia. So the earth is inundated with this volcanic soil. The implications, again, is for higher nutritional content. So once we actually harvest these beans, and y'all have been doing so much research, there's so much you can do with every part of the castor tree. The leaves, the stems, the roots, all of it. The husk, when you release the seeds from the bean, there's a lot of husk material. I can show you all that, and we probably will at some point, but I really just want to get the news out that you can pre-order our castor oil. We're going to get it set up today so that we have a means by which you can do that. Because I'm no longer on Square. My alkalineveganjourney.com website is up, but it's being constructed because our whole journey to enlightenment, which is our time here in St. Lucia, 4 days or 7 days under the entire journey to enlightenment with the excursions, the stays on the farm. And I have a whole video about it if you want to learn more. But that kind of took a back seat to some of the things that we're going to be providing at it's a November 11th event. And the apothecary is something that I think that we need to kind of begin with so that you're prepared when you get here to St. Lucia. St. Lucia is like that, y'all. You hear me? St. Lucia is amazing. Now, like anywhere else, you're going to have some things that are other than positive, but I'm going to tell you, once you are on our program, the My Alkaline Vegan Journey, complete holistic wellness program, starting with your fasting, going through your thought intentions, all you won't see many things. You know, you'll I don't know how to explain it. You see it, but you don't see it. It doesn't get ingrained into your psyche about St. Lucia as a whole. But I'll tell you this, it's loaded with just agricultural and fishery goodness. Everything about this island, and St. Vincent too. St. Vincent just recently, more recent than St. had a volcano eruption.
I remember,
but I'm telling you that volcanic ash, that volcanic purge of nothing but minerals from the earth. Oh, just imagine, think about it. It's something that has to be acknowledged in some way or another when you grow food in that kind of soil, when you grow seeds, when you fish in waters that, I mean, our sea moss is like that. That's what brought me to St. Lucia, diving. Because I gotten some sea moss from a girl online that, was right there when I first started my journey. And I don't care what other sea moss I had, that stuff that girl sent me was off the charts. And I did research on her company and everything, and found out that later, after ordering endless amounts of sea moss, I started noticing a difference. And she found out later that basically the St. Lucian government had started allowing farmers to grow sea moss in a different way, where it's on ropes on the water. Now, although the water is inundated with nutrients, but it's also inundated with these tourists, and they sunbathe in lotion and they sunscreen and all that other stuff. When we harvest our sea moss, it's straight from the substrate, which is down on the floor of the water. So everything else that is being attracted by that rope-grown sea moss is getting absorbed, because sea moss is nothing but a sponge. Ours is coming from the substrate, where we have to dive with suits to harvest it. And that gives it, first off, more nutrients because it's growing on the substrate, that volcanic stuff that fell in the water. And it is providing an escape from the CO2. It's a perfect symbiotic relationship between sea moss and the substrate. And that CO2, I mean, it's a photosynthetic process where the CO2 is absorbed by the substrate that is growing the sea moss, and it changes that and photosynthesizes it into oxygen, just like the trees on land. But our sea moss here in St. Lucia that my Alkaline Vegan Journey, that we harvest is from that substrate. We don't do the rope stuff. We're doing tests. We have a diver who is a master diver, and he has a lot of coral restoration activities that are going on more prevalently in Curacao. But he has scientists that are actually going through the research of what our waters are comprised of, because we're losing coral. Like, what? I mean, we are losing coral, and that is a clear sign of some sort of change in the waters. They call it climate change. I don't know what they're calling it these days, but our castor oil comes from that same volcanic. I think St. Lucia might be a volcanic rock. You know, I mean, to see palm trees and bananas and things growing in the sand, to me, is amazing. But right now, I'm launching the castor oil that has been harvested according to the lunar cycle here in St. Lucia in this volcanic earth. And we're going to launch it on the next full moon, which is May 12th, when we're going to actually process our roasted beans and make black St. Lucian castor oil, volcanic castor oil. So I'm going to cut it there. We've been on for about 10 minutes or so. But I'm going to be back with video of the process of us making the castor oil, from harvest of the beans all the way to the pouring of that last drip of oil into the bottle. So stay with me and look out for information on how to pre-order. I'll try to post that today. I miss you guys. I definitely miss y'all on TikTok. I haven't been over there since they took down the video and all that stuff. I guess I've been camera shy because I still can't understand why, unless I was really touching some toes that should not have been touched, because we were getting deep. The video that they actually tagged as being misinformation was a video on dandelion root, and it had been up since the beginning of my presence on TikTok, which might have been 21, 22, and it had been pinned and had gone viral a couple of times. And they actually tagged it sometime last year, at the end of last year, as being misinformation. And I was like, okay, 2 years later, 3 years later, I don't get it. And that was the video that caused them to, change the whole scene. And 90,000 followers and all of that. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna investigate this. Y'all know that's my background. Private investigator, and I've done a lot of Interpol work. I've done a lot of
well, we are at
corporate work, and I'm going to look into it. I like the way the guy from not this cheesecloth, I can't never remember his name, but he always goes through detailed analytical research of following the money with some of these larger corporations to find out who would be more influenced to do whatever action. And he's on the money with most of it.
Oh, yeah.
And I followed him. Like I said, I have not been back on TikTok. I rarely come on YouTube because I am actively harvesting these castor seeds. I'm actively, on the water. So, and it's kind of like just me here in St. Lucia. I have my friend Reggie and a few other friends that help me, but for the most part, like this kind of stuff, I'm on my own, and I'm good with that. I just need more time. I really need more time, and I need funding. We've kind of halted the process of sending out our proposal letters and our second letters for our Journey to Enlightenment event, simply because we are hands in the dirt for real right now. And I say we because, like I say, I have some people along the way, but primarily it's me. I had a person from the market want to hire me to do a video for her shop. They just opened a new shop. They're changing St. Lucia. Hopefully you can come to St. Lucia and the capital city won't be closed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyhow, she opened a bar up and she came to me and asked me to do a video for her, basically showing how to get to the place and introducing the place. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'll take some footage. And y'all realize I still don't have a phone. That's another story. My mom sent the phone. They sent it back because of the lithium battery. Long story. But anyhow, I did the video for her. Started April 3rd, finished April 11th, and then sent them the bill, and that's when the sparks flew. So I'm writing that up as a loss, even though 250 EC for the time that was spent on that, I don't think was, but I didn't ask that. I told them to give me a price. They never gave me anything. Not 1 cent have I received, but I could have used that. Anyhow, I could use funding and I could use time to get all of this together and to make sure that we actually have our 11/11 event. So you all bear with me. We're getting this together. We're going to proceed because we have nothing but victory etched in our spirits. So nice being back for this quick moment, but y'all make sure you stay in tune.
Yeah. They take it too lightly.
And then when something happens, everybody holds his or her head. Yeah. Oh my